Okay, so we set up a three-man committee led by the Vice President to go into the market, headhunt for new men to lead our senior most national team, the Black Stars. We've gone through the process and we have our targets well secured.
All right, so what's happened so far is, the president of the Ghana Football Association talking through the technical direction of the Ghana Football Association and the steps they have taken in us reaching some of those targets that they've set for themselves, including improving, the coaching quality and level that we have in this country. And of course, getting to the main thing, which is the unveiling of Milovan Rajevac as head coach. We are sorry for that technical hitch there, but I'm still here in the studio. And I told you we we're going to be having discussions around it. So I'm here with Kelvin Oswansa. Kelvin, you're welcome.
Thanks for having me, Thierry.
Great. What exactly have you observed so far from what Prosper Harrison-Ado, the General Secretary, said, and also what Keto Kriko has said so far?
Well, from what they said, it clearly gives you the picture that they really thought through this. It was a well thought through process before they arrived at the decision on the coach who is about to be unveiled. And clearly they are not willing to make any mistakes. And it's not just about now, but about the future. And you heard from Kurt the opportunity for coaches to grow and develop elite coaches. The reason why Professor Minta is up there with Bernhard Lepeth, making sure that the technical direction of football in the country gets to that pedestal they want it to be. So clearly, it's all about the development of football and our coaches, so that it will get to a certain point. You wouldn't need assistance from, let's say, someone like Bernhard Lepeth, but you'd base on how brilliant your local technical brains are to work. Let's not forget, it got to a point that we had Francis Otiakente, we had Nana Frane, Fredo Sam Dodu, we had Samadi, and these were elite coaches who even thought on behalf of FIFA in other countries to make sure their football developed. So it's impressive to see this, but we just hope that it doesn't end here. It shouldn't just be lip service. The practical aspect is what we should see. And I think that even with the practicals, we saw some just about 2 or 3 times this past few weeks that coaches went in for their refresher courses and their licenses, and I think it's just been impressive. We just hope that subsequently they are going to get the very best from what we've seen from them, and then it's going to work perfectly for the nation. I just hope this wouldn't become for just a few names who would just be in there, but progression of young ones coming in. We saw a lot of young coaches coming up in the just ended Ghana Premier League season. We've seen them moving in and out, and we just hope that things would work for them as well, not just those at the early level.
All right, Kelvin, we'll definitely come back and talk more, but we'll have to go back to the Ghana Football Association then.
2 able coaches who have also served Ghana at varied levels. And I'm happy to say that one of the 2 coaches is our own coach Maxwell Konedu. I think that if you want to talk about people who have the right level of quality, the temperament, who has been there, and who have the right level of experience to assist Coach Milovan, obviously the committee and the FA would not look beyond Coach Maxwell Konedu. We believe that with Maxwell right by the side of Milovan, our Black Stars will go places. Next to Milovan, again, would be Coach Otto Addo, who is currently a coach of Borussia Dortmund in Germany. And having worked with Dortmund, having played for Hanover, and having worked previously in 2013 with Ghana, Coach Otto is well placed to again and also assist Coach Milovan to deliver the new agenda. So we will have a new technical team led by Coach Milovan, to be assisted by Coach Maxwell Konedu and Coach Otto Addo. Of course, we already have Coach Richard Kissin, who is here with us. Here he is as the coach trainer for the team. Him was with us at the Mundial in 2010. He's seen it all. And we have absolute belief in what he brings to the table. I'm very sure that you'll be more interested, or perhaps you'll be interested in other details of this engagement. And I'll allow our General Secretary to speak to a few issues before Coach Milovan will address everybody here. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. So with the permission of the head coach, and just to allay to lay bare some of the facts in terms of terms of the contract, so that we don't have speculations, and in line with our transparency, we just want to give you a few of the facts. Okay, and I must say that this has been a very hard-fought bargain. And so, even though normally we do not give the contractual details in terms of people's remuneration, we deem it appropriate to give some of the facts to our dear nation. Okay, so first of all, the tenure of the agreement is for a year. And if the coach is able to qualify us for the World Cup, the tenure automatically extends to the end of February 2023, meaning it will go to the World Cup and also take us to the following AFCON, which will be played in January to February 2023. Again, you will recall that the coach, when he was here previously, was paid in euros. So we were able to negotiate to maintain the same amount, but this time in dollars, making a good bargain for the association. So the figure is $30,000 instead of 30,000 euros in the past. Again, as we have it in all the other coaches' contracts, the milestones and the that we want to be achieved includes not only improvement of our team, but qualification to the World Cup, which is very key for us, and of course, winning of the AFCON. And indeed, as we have it in all the previous contracts, if the coach is able to achieve by qualifying us to the World Cup, he stands to be entitled to a sum of 300,000 US dollars. Again, unlike the previous one where we had 375. Of course, winning the AFCON, which is dear to our hearts, the coach would also be entitled to the same amount. And all these amounts are in dollars and not euros. Also, we have a clause which talks about agency. I know it's something that comes up every time. This time we have it in the contract. It talks about no agents involved. So in these negotiations, the coach did not have any agent, and the Football Association also did not have any agent. I want to repeat that. I'm laughing because Dr. Randiawi was saying that the three-man committee could have been the agents for the FA. So that they are paid accordingly. But again, let me repeat, there are no agents involved. There was no agent for the association, and there was no agent for the coach. We went directly and dealt with the coach. This is important to us, and it's also important to the coach. So together, we all insisted that it should be in the contract, and it is in the contract. Yes. Okay. So linked to the agency is another clause which says that should the coach be found to be dealing with an agent or intermediary for players, it's a ground for termination and there are consequences. So it's also in the contract. So we are very clear about this particular topic. Again, I want to make it very clear that unlike the previous contract, this time around, the coach will pay his own interpreter. So that's also very clear, which is also good for us. It will be part of the team, and so like every member of the team, if we travel with the, he travels with the team, of course, same as every member who travels with the team, he will have a room and then he will work as normal, as all the members of the team. I think I'll end here by saying that all the other terms are the same as has been provided in other contracts, and we've worked very hard to ensure that we've reached this agreement, even though it was a tough bargain, and coach and his lawyer are tough customers, but we have an agreement, and both parties have signed, and so we are extremely grateful that we could reach this agreement for us to be here today to unveil the coach. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much, General Secretary. Before the coach speaks, let me just say that Coach Milovan and his team arrived in Ghana on Sunday evening. obviously, to continue with the process. In between time, he started to work. And I'm happy to say that Coach Milovan has in his custody video footages of all the 10 games that the Black Stars have played. He's watched all the games. I think tonight he's watching the games from the U20 tournament. That tells us that he's already started working, even before today's event. Taking note of the fact that we have 2 weeks to the all-important 2 duels against Zimbabwe. So Coach arrived in Ghana on Sunday. Whilst he continued to engage, he started looking at footages from all the previous engagements by our Black Stars. And I'm sure that when we line up again against Zimbabwe in Cape Coast, our Black Stars will be ready. We are super happy that we found our man. We are very grateful that he agreed to come, even though the terms were not what he would expect. But one thing that he's always said is that he feels he has unfinished business here with Ghana. And that is the biggest motivation for him and his team. And for who he is and for what he has achieved with Ghana, we firmly believe that this is not Matra Makwe. This is not Matra Makwe. This is not Matra Makwe. Because he's done it. He knows Ghana. He knows our culture. He knows our players. He knows our attitude. He knows our food. For which reason, we firmly believe that we have the right man in place, we have the right team in place to support him, in Maxwell Kunedu and Otto Addo, Richard Kingston and the rest. And with your undiluted support, we firmly believe that the team would achieve its desired target. I'm sure if I were to go around, everybody has an opinion as to who should be the coach of Ghana. Everybody here has an opinion. Everybody here would have a different opinion as to why Mr. A must be and why Mr. B must not be. But please, my appeal to everybody here is that we have a coach in place. A coach who is very experienced, a coach who knows our country, who knows our mentality, which is very, very crucial, and a coach who has the respect of our players, and a coach who controls that dressing room of Ghana. We shouldn't forget Kevin Barton was here, Sule Muntari was here, Michael Essien was here, Stephen Appiah was here, Anthony Annan was here, Olele Kingston was here. They all played under him. They all shared that dressing room. We had no problems. So we know our dressing room is secured. That's a big step. So let's all give the new team the support they need. We all have our opinions. I keep saying this. I've heard different levels of commentaries, whether we should drink Milo or we should drink Soboro. But we have Milo on the table. That's what we have to drink. Beyond this, we only have one Black Stars, not two. So it's important we support the team. It's important we support the technical team to be able to achieve. Now that we have a new team in place, please, let's start thinking positive. Let's start thinking it can be done. Let's stop doubting the process. The new journey starts from today. Let's show positive energy towards the team. Oini, I'm talking to you, Brenya. It's you I'm talking to. I hope you listened. I took you by surprise. Let's be positive towards our Black Stars. It's all that we have. Let's not be quick in spewing out negative stories because we think we have exclusives. Now in Ghana, everything is breaking news. Please, let's be supportive of our national team. If we do well, and if we qualify to the Mundial, all of us will enjoy from the multiple benefits that the Mundial comes with. Because I know everybody here wants to be in Qatar. That's why we have to change the language. Positive energy. Let's try to believe that it can be done. Whatever has happened yesterday is gone. If you look on the screen, these were the days when our Black Stars glowed. The days we thought we could even win the World Cup. Can you bring me the footage again? Lights off, please. The days we thought we could even win the World Cup, but for Suarez. These were the days we competed up to the grand finale of the AFCON. We were in the finals of the CHAN. We won the U20 World Cup. We want to go back to those days. But before that, we need positive energy. Thank you very much. I think Coach will take his turn. I'm sure all of you are eager to listen to him. I'm sure some of you have loads of questions. I know Sadiq, is that Sadiq? You have some good questions. Muftau will have some good questions. But let me say to Sadiq and Muftau, don't doubt the process. Don't laugh. Don't doubt. All of us here have opinions. All of us here have opinions. All of us here have opinions. You may be right in your opinion, but that may not be our opinion. That doesn't mean we are wrong. If we make it to the Mundial, Muftau, you want to be there. You'll be more motivated to go to the Mundial if we make it. Let's support the cause. Thank you very much. Thank you, the media. I think that by and large, you've been very supportive. I mean, we can never be perfect. Criticism is allowed. But there are a lot of positive news around football in Ghana. Let's push the positive energy into the public space. Thank you very much. I love that flag. Thank you.
Okay, so thank you very much, Mr. Ketukaku, President of the Association. Also, I would like to call on Glisic Nenad to join us on the high table. I just saw the... Okay, so I can see someone, a member of the Executive Council also joining us. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's now time for the coach to address the gathering. Coach Milovan Rajevac, over to you.
Želim sve da vas pozdravim. Želim da kažem da sam presrećan što sam ponovo ovdje posle 13 godina. Tad sam vam obećao da ćemo dati sve od sebe da bi napravili uspjeh. Bili smo kao porodica i uspjeh je došao.
I would like to say first that I'm very happy to be here. I remember the first time I came here 13 years ago. I promised that I would do anything in my power that I would use my experience and knowledge to take Ghana to the World Cup, and I was the happiest man after we succeeded, and I hope that we can achieve great things again. Once again, I'm really ecstatic to be here, and I appreciate the opportunity to be here among you, and I'm looking forward to a good cooperation with everybody here. I want to thank the GFA for giving me this opportunity and people trusting in this idea.
Posle toliko godina, kad gledam ove snimke, napravili smo najveći uspjeh. To je moj najveći uspjeh, naš najveći uspjeh, zajednički uspjeh. Svi smo dali sve da bi došli, da nije bilo Suareza, možda bi uzeli svjetsko prvenstvo, jer smo bili ponosni.
These videos bring great memories, and this was the biggest success of Ghanaian football and biggest success in my career. So I was very happy to share this success with you, and absolutely, if Suarez didn't do what he did, maybe we would have been the champions of the world.
Okay. Šta mogu sada obećam? Mogu da obećam, evo, posle toliko godina da ćemo ponovo raditi, ali svi moramo zajedno ući u ove kvalifikacije, jer biti na svjetskom prvenstvu zna samo onaj ko je bio najveći, to je najveći korak i za sve nas.
When you go to the World Cup, you realize this is the biggest achievement and this is the best about football. And when I said in the beginning of the last campaign that we all have to work together, GFA, technical team, players, media, and supporters. Last time we did it because we supported each other and we did it together, all of us. I believe if we can try this time, if we believe that we can achieve it and put all our resources for the same goal, everything is possible, and I strongly believe we can deliver.
Okay, so we will open the floor for a few questions. You raise your hand, tell us your name and your media house, and then your question. Some of you are in those masks. So one question from... Okay, Mustafa.
Milo, welcome back to the country. First, what influenced your decision to leave the Black Stars job when the national team was at its apex? A job you personally achieved, and the World Cup qualifiers. Do we have our squad ready for the upcoming game? Because we are barely 2 weeks away. Thanks.
Pa dobro, nekako u ovo vreme sam došao i prvi put kad je Gana odigrala 2 utakmice i bilo je jedna izgubljena, jedna dobijena. problem da li se može otići dalje. Evo i sad isto 2 utakmice su odigrane, imamo 3 boda, imamo dosta toga treba da se uradi da bi ostvarili naš cilj, ali nadam se zajedno da ćemo to uraditi.
Of course, last time when I was here, it was a similar situation. The qualification campaign was already started, and it was a big question whether Ghana can achieve qualification or not. Luckily for all of us, we all put our all efforts, and we had immense support from all sides, and we proved, the players and everybody proved that it was quite achievable. And this is the same situation. We know that there is a big task ahead of us, but we are up to the task. We know what has to be done, and with all of your support, if we put our best effort, I think it's quite possible to achieve our target.
Pa dobro, zna se da sam radio kad mi je istekao ugovor mjesec dana i došlo je tu do nekih problema, tako da jednostavno da sam posle tolikog uspeha otišao da nisam ostao tu Gani.
Yeah, it was a big question in the past. The situation after the World Cup, my desire was to continue my work here, and GFA also showed good faith and intention, but some other things happened to me privately and influenced my decision at that time. So we split our ways, unfortunately, but we should leave the past in the past. I worked 1 month without a contract with a good intention to extend my contract at that time, but as I said, we should leave past in the past, and we should look for the future and try to concentrate on good things and try to achieve the best, what is the best for Ghana. Because we have 2 weeks before our next game, and every next match is the most important. So completely our focus is on the next match.
Benjamin Nketia, City FM, City TV. Question goes to the GFA. What convinced the FA that Milo was the best candidate for the job? Because if you look at his record after he left Ghana, it's not necessarily been sparkling. And second question, you did say that everybody is on the same page as far as the hiring is concerned. We received a statement from the ministry yesterday on some disparities with regards to remuneration. What can you tell us with regards to the relationship of the GFA and the ministry in this hiring process?
Hello. Okay, so there's no ambiguity at all. Figures have been discussed. The ministry is briefed. Hence this presser. We've had an amazing relationship with the sports ministry, and especially with the sector minister. I think that since he came into office, he's been very, very supportive of what we're doing here, because he believes in the leadership of football in this country. There's no ambiguity at all. Right from here, we are going over to the sports ministry to do formal introduction of the new technical team, and then we'll be okay to go. The figures are not hidden. The official figures is what has been made public here. Forget about all the rumors. The coach is here. We've been able to do perhaps one of the best deals ever for the Football Association under very, very difficult circumstances. Why you ask why we chose Milo? Because he's been the best for Ghana so far, and the fact that coach will lose a job doesn't make him a bad coach. I mean, Rafi Benitez went to China. He's back in Everton. Is that not correct? Yes. So it doesn't mean for Ghana, the best coach ever to have coached our country that I remember is this man who is on my left. Okay, he took us to the apex of world football. everybody in Ghana respect him. The players respect him. So for us, it was just simple to say that we want Milo. And we are glad that Milo also agreed to be with us.
All right. Good afternoon. My name is Tohene Bampo-Benya from Happy FM and ETV Ghana. I have two questions. One is to the president. Yes, sir. I believe the process. I trust the process.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. I didn't know you were here.
I have two questions. One to the FA president and one to the coach. The first one, would Milo stay at Alisa throughout his stay in Ghana, or he will occupy the official residence provided by the state at the airport? Coach, to you, are you open to management committee members and FA officials suggesting to you, I'm not saying interfering, and I'm choosing my words carefully, suggesting to you players to use call-ups and even match day selections? Are you open to that conversation, or you are the type that insists that you are the coach and your decisions are final? Are you open to discussing your teams and selections with officials of the FA? Thank you very much.
So the FA has engaged the coach. The coach has to be provided with accommodation, and the FA will provide the coach with a decent accommodation, so you have the peace of mind. He will not live in the hotel. Thank you.
Okay. Naravno da ću razgovarati sa svima, sa komitetom, da, i menadžmentom, ali zadnje odluke donosim ja. Znači, zadnje odluke, ja sam za to zadužen i ja sam odgovoran za to.
Of course, it's important to have good communication with the management of the GFA, and I'm always ready to talk about everything. Of course, about the players, and I'm open to hear ideas. This is how I work. But at the end, when it comes to the decision who will be invited for the team, this is my decision because it's my job and I'm responsible. So at the end, about the call-ups, decision is mine.
Okay, thank you. My name is Sadiq Adams. I work for Angel Broadcasting. Thank you, Mr. President, for the riveting inspiration. It was supposed to be a speech, but welcome back, Milo. And thank you for the memories. Looking through your profile, a lot of the golden moments, your playing career and managerial career, a lot of the golden moments has got to do with Ghana. Very little, even after you left. Would you be glad to point out some of the challenges you've encountered, making you basically unsuccessful, even at club sites, since you left? Yeah. And we understand that you've been here, like President confirmed, since Sunday, even before the government approved your appointment. Were you that desperate to come to the country and finish your agenda, like you said? You had an unfinished business with Ghana. Were you desperate, even when you were working with other countries, to come back to Ghana?
Pa dobro, sigurno da, evo kao i sad, prilika je velika ići na svjetsko prvenstvo. Tako da u mom radu posle bilo je dosta uspjeha, ali nije na ovom nivou, znači nije na najvećem nivou da sjedi na svjetsko prvenstvo i na kontinentalne kupove. To sam imao priliku sa Ganom i to sam ostvario. Evo i sad najviše sam došao zato što je novo svjetsko prvenstvo, da se kvalifikujemo i da ova prečka uđe u gol i da uđemo u polufinale.
Thank you. It's very difficult to compare, if you can say unsuccessful or not, but it's very difficult to compare this success with anything else. It's hard for many coaches to achieve this. So I wouldn't say it's unsuccessful, these are wherever I worked, I produced some results, and it's for the other people to judge, you know. It's very difficult to say from this position that you are in. There were many improvements and many things, but it would be unfair to say about the obstacles that you can come across very often in this kind of job. So I'm proud of this success, and I was not desperate, you know, but I was happy to get this chance because I feel this country is like my second home, you know, because I had a great experience here. And as I said before, qualifying for the World Cup and being there is great. So when you get a chance like that, especially to work with the people you know and the mentality that you understand, and I know how much Ghanaians love football, how much they are passionate. This is something that you cannot see at many other places I went to. So this is something that everybody would like to repeat in my shoes, you know. So something that was really great, and the opportunity to achieve something like that and even go further is something that is a challenge for everybody. And as I said before, I'm up to the task and I'm ready for the challenge. I'm motivated and happy to give my best.
All right. Good afternoon, Mr. President. I have two questions, one for the FA and then one for the coach. Mr. President, over the years, we've seen... Sorry, my name is Samuel. Over the years, we've seen FA... Yes, please. Yes, please. Over the years, we've seen administration coming to power, leave with the aim of winning a trophy for the country. I'm very young. I've never seen an AFCON trophy before, and I'm sure that all of us, just like what you've said, if we're able to get the good, the positive news out there, I'm sure something can happen. But my question is, what has been the clear plan? Because every coach comes in when they have qualifiers for the World Cup. I don't know the plan that they have in place. But what has been the clear plan? And my question to the coach is that, Milo, we have less than 4 months to the AFCON. And I'm sure based on what the General Secretary read for all of us here, we have less than 4 months to start the AFCON. You have been tasked to win it. Are you under pressure to win it? And our FA president said that you arrived in the country on Sunday, you've gone through all the squad that we have. And one will argue that over the years, the squad that you met is not the same as today. So I'm asking that, are you under pressure to win it? That's my question. Thank you very much, Mr. President.
Thank you very much. I don't know whether I clearly understood your question.
Please, let's be straight to the point. Let's ask the questions as crisp as possible so that we can answer.
Okay. I hope you're talking about a clear plan to ensure that we win an AFCON. First is to find the right personnel, which we've been on the road. The right personnel, by way of the Tenkrao team, is one of the key reasons why we are here. In fact, it's the main reason why we are here. And for the Tenkrao team to find the right players, to put a competitive in place. It's for us also to provide all the off-pitch support that the team will need, including but not limited to financial motivation, playing of friendly games, organizing good training opportunities for the team, and ensuring that the team is wholly competitive. That is a clear plan. And we've not deviated from the plan. We want to win. And it's the reason why we are here. We believe that we needed to change the pilot. We have changed the pilot. We believe that we have the right pilot now in place with the right support system. And we believe that our Black Stars will have a very, very stable character going forward. Our Black Stars will have a very, very stable character going forward.
We have 6 minutes to wrap up, please.
Svaka prva utakmica je najbitnija utakmica. Znači, Mi se koncentrišemo za ove utakmice što dolaze sad. Za Afrički kup ostaje posle toga. Znači, koncentrisat ćemo se, radit ćemo kad to bude vreme. Znači, sada pravimo tim, sada pravimo igru i moramo što pre to napraviti, kao i prethodno kad smo u drugom krugu za svetsko prvenstvo posle 4 utakmice prvi otišli na svetsko prvenstvo bez primljenog gola, a dali smo 7 golova. Nadamo se da će i sad biti tako.
As you said, AFCON is in 4 months, but we have our most important match in 2 weeks. So this is how I work. The next match is the most important match for me. So we shouldn't forget about the qualifications for the World Cup. So let's take one step at a time. We are building the team, and when the time comes for the AFCON, of course, we can talk about this. So we are in a process of building team, and now our focus is our next match, and we are thinking about the World Cup. If you remember last time, we qualified after 4 matches with scoring 7 goals without conceding any. So we were the first African country to qualify for the World Cup in 2010. So we want to take one step at a time. It would be inappropriate or unprofessional to think about what will happen in 4 months due to our duties here. We are expecting to play important matches very soon. So our focus now is on the World Cup qualification matches.
Okay. My name is Haruna Mubarak from Joy Sports. Now my question is to Milo. Now, predominantly in world football, doom and gloom has characterized second comings. So how do you hope to change that narrative? And my second question is, how confident are you in this current squad? Because we have 4 matches remaining as far as the 2022 World Cup is concerned.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Da. Pa prvo bilo je mnogo uspešno i lestvica je visoko dignuta, tako da stremit ćemo da dostignemo tu lestvicu. Pa sadašnji tim tek treba da upoznajem. Za mene najbitnije, imam poverenja u njih, najbitnije je da se vidimo na terenu, da vidimo koliko možemo da podignemo to i da odigramo na rezultat, jer ali sigurno Gana uvek ima kvalitet, mnogo ima dobrih igrača, mnogo ima, ali je veliki posao to odraditi i napraviti igru, to je najveći posao.
About the second coming, I'm here to prove that narrative wrong. So I strongly believe that, if I didn't believe that, I wouldn't accept this challenge and this job. So I will try to do my best. The bar was set very high, but we are here to make a history. If you don't believe that, you cannot achieve anything. Apart from that, I strongly believe in my players. I know how Ghanaians are talented, and I know how much they can offer. And if they believe in me the way I believe in them, we can achieve great things. So we have a lot of work to do, and of course, we are ready for the task. We are expecting from the players to be positive, to follow, to trust me, and to give their best, because I have faith in them and I know they can deliver. I know what they are capable of.
Okay, thank you very much, everyone. My name is Tiflo Sampa, representing GTV Sports Plus. Currently, we are live on air, the nation, and also online. Mr. GFA President and the GFA, when you assumed power, you told Ghanaians to believe you and your team and believe in the process. When you taxed the 3-man team, you told the whole nation that we should give you 3 days to get us a coach. Why did it take so long for us to speculate for it to get to this time, even to the 11th hour for the Ministry of Youth and Sports to give us a press release that they are not aware? Why that gap? And 2, with your decision, this decision, is it not a slap on the face of coaches on the local scene? And for Coach Milo,
your team that you used to play the one goal project for us, we have a different crop of players now. Are we still believing in you to do the same one goal project for us? So we know that we need is the result. Is it the same players you're going to use, or this crop of players you're going to use? Thank you very much.
What's the name? Is it Emmanuel?
My name is Theophilus from Ghana Television.
Theophilus, Coach Milovan was last here in 2010. 11 years ago. I doubt if any of the players he used at the World Cup are still playing. So clearly he will not use the same players. Is that not the case? That is the case. Okay. What is the other question? There's not been any delay. I don't know whether you were here at the start of this engagement, but the General Secretary went through the process, went through the dates. Perhaps you missed it, but there's not been any delay at all. Not at all. For a recap, just listen to him again.
So at the Executive Council meeting, the committee was tasked to bring a name of head coach and assistant coaches within 3 days. They presented that report within the 3 days. And if you look at the GFA website, we publish it. And we said that these are the next steps. And then we mentioned the next steps. That having found the coach, there will be internal alignment with relevant stakeholders. Very important. Then we said after that, the Executive Council would make a decision. It is after that decision that the General Secretary can then sign a contract as stipulated in our statutes. The General Secretary cannot just sign a contract without the approval of the Executive Council. It is the provision and the power to appoint a coach is with the Executive Council. So the 3-man committee will report to the Executive Council, internal alignment to be made, decision will be taken, signing of the contract, and then unveiling. So that is the process we publish. Now, journalists are at liberty.
All right, so that has been the unveiling of Milovan Rajevac, and quickly after the president of the Ghana Football Association announced the second coming of Milovan Rajevac, the floor was open for a lot of the questioning, and I'm sure you heard all of that. We are going to be getting into some of those very shortly. Before we do get out of here, Kelvin Osman is still here with me. Kelvin, we know that Milovan is going to be heading the Black Stars. He's going to be assisted by Otuado and Maxwell Kuno. Do you think is the right mix for us?
Well, perfectly. I think that if you are looking for any coach for that is the Serbian to trust, it can only be Maxwell Kunedo. When we had sources of information that Coach Kwesi Appiah, who was the direct assistant to him, rejected the role. So definitely he knew Maxwell Kunedo at that particular time and knew that for him assistant Coach Kwesi Appiah, he would be the right person, at least locally, to help him with all the other duties. And we know what Otuado has been in recent times, and you look at the crop of players in Europe as a person who is well specialized in development of talent, and looking at the quality of talent we have outside the country, especially in Europe, you would want a coach who really understands them and would be able to make informed decisions to help the coach in selecting the right mix of players for the future. I think that all we can do is to just hope for the right results. As I always say, the currency of football is results. Okay. And no matter what you do, if you don't get the results, it amounts to a cost 90 job.
Of course, so the results is the most important. Remember, Milovan Rajevac is going to be leading the Black Stars in that game against Zimbabwe. It's a double-header next month. And then the following month, there is the return leg against South Africa and also the other one against Ethiopia. And that's going to complete the first phase of the 2 phases we have in the World Cup qualifying, because after that, there's a double-header, the very important double-header. And if he's able to negotiate that plus the next double-header, then what it means is that he's led us to the World Cup and he is guaranteed $300,000. That's what the GFA have announced. But regardless, he's still going to be taking his monthly salary. That is $30,000, which is $5,000 more than C.K. Akono, and another $5,000 less than what Kwesi Appiah was taking when he was head coach of the Black Stars. That has been the coverage of this unveiling. We'll be definitely bringing you more on this particular matter subsequently right here on TV3 on News 360. My name is Thierry, and thanks for watching.